Yes, thank you, Ed. Live at Home Cooking School begins with a lesson in Seafood 101. Today's teacher is the author of Joe Knows Fish, taking the intimidation out of cooking seafood. Please welcome one of New York's favorite fishmongers and owner of Citarella Markets, Joe Gurrera. Good to see you, buddy.
Thank you, Ryan.
Thank
you for having me.
Looks incredible. So, picking fish. I love to eat fish many times a week. How do you know when it's fresh?
You know, a lot of people ask me that question, and the easiest way that I could describe that is as if you're looking at a HD TV or an HD monitor, and you'll see sharpness and color, like on this porgy on the right. On this porgy, you could see the sharpness. The distinction between the red snapper and the white part of it, the sharpness of it, the lines, that's one of the ways that you could tell if it's fresh. In Citarella, we have a 40-foot seafood counter, and there's never a smell.
Right. It should not smell like fish.
It should not smell, because fresh fish does not smell. But if you walk into a store that has a smell, I might walk away.
What about storing it? What's the best way to store fish?
You know, when you buy it, you should consume it between 24 and 48 hours. So as far as I'm concerned, you just take it, put it in your refrigerator, and just use it.
All right, let's talk about sautéing. Which is your favorite to sauté?
Okay, so sautéing, we have striped bass, we have skate, and we have razor clams. I like the striped bass because it's pretty firm in texture, and one of the things that I like to do is, part of my cooking methods is every fish has to be patted dry before you cook it. And when you do, you pat it dry, put a little olive oil, salt, and pepper, and because of its thickness, it's going to require 3-4 minutes per side.
And this is swordfish, this steak here. This looks perfect for grilling.
Okay, so
this is a big piece of fish.
This is what they call a wheel of swordfish. It's a
beautiful.
This is like your spine on every rib. That's how the swordfish is cut. And I recommend swordfish for grilling, just like grilling a beefsteak. And tuna is also for grilling. Tuna is different temperatures. I like mine rare. Other people like it medium rare or well done. So instead of 1 minute on each side, it's going to require 2, 3, or 4 minutes on each side, depending on the temperature that you like. Swordfish is a little different. You see sushi tuna, but you don't see sushi swordfish. Correct. So swordfish has to be cooked a little bit more, whether it's 3-4 minutes on each side, more or less. And then right next door here, we have whole bronzino. Cooking a whole fish is one of my favorite things, especially with my family, with a barbecue. And I'll take 6, 8 fish, depending how many people are here. I give them an olive oil bath, salt and pepper, and put them on the grill. Don't touch it.
Yeah.
And look at my watch. 5 minutes.
Simple.
Simple. 5 minutes. After, when the alarm goes off, ding, 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 you flip them. And don't touch them. Wait for 5 more minutes, and then you're ready to go. You're good to go.
All right, we're going to come back. Kelly is somewhere on the other side of the set. More with Joe after this.
We are back with a lesson in Seafood 101. Our teacher today is one of New York's most beloved fishmongers, certainly my most beloved fishmonger, the author of Joe Knows Fish, Joe Gurrera. Hey, Joe, welcome back.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for teaching me. You probably don't recognize me. Usually I'm in your store on the weekends, no makeup and a mask on. So this is what I actually look like. Good to see you.
How you been?
So what should we start with when it comes to fish? People are afraid of cooking fish. And with good reason. Sometimes it can look intimidating. This fish right here is eyeballing me, as you can see. How should beginners start cooking fish?
One of the reasons why fish is intimidating to people is because it cooks a lot easier and quicker, because it's a lot more delicate than other things that you cook.
Yeah.
So, like this piece of cod here in the corner, I would pat it dry, put a little olive oil, salt, and pepper. And since it's just me and my wife, I'd put it on a pan and put it in the toaster oven.
Toaster oven?
6 to 8 minutes and you're done.
Joe, stop it right now. Did you just say toaster oven?
Absolutely, in a toaster oven.
Now, you mean a toaster oven. I shouldn't put it directly in the toaster.
No. Toaster oven this big.
That's incredible.
You know, if you're cooking for 8 people, you have a party, of course, then you got to put your oven on. But if it's just you and your husband, small, toaster oven's great.
What about just like for kids, fish that's not too fishy?
Okay, so what I did, so I recommend frying for children, and this is flounder and a flounder fillet. We have shrimp here, and then we have this merluzzo, which is a local whiting. Merluzzo, the Italian name for whiting. And what I did with my kids is I used to fry the flounder and tell them it's chicken fingers.
Is that true?
That's what I told them.
Incredible. And you know, I always say, like, every weekend I love a good clam, and your clams are always the best. They're so fresh. I think it's pretty hard to screw up a clam.
You know, providing you have the whole clam,
Yeah.
and you do bake them or eat them raw,
Yeah.
that's great. But a lot of people, they make baked clams, they chop them up, and they mix it with breadcrumbs, and that's not my style. I want to taste the clam. I want to bite the clam.
Yeah, yeah. Me too, Joe. Listen, the book is Joe Knows Fish. He really does. He knows fish. These tips and more, plus some of Joe's favorite recipes, are on our website. You can go to kellyandryan.com. Thank you so much for feeding my
Pleasure.
family.
Thank you.
Week after week after week after week.